Bonjour à tout le monde et bienvenue à Alcalà Technology. Well, I am sorry I had to do this. We have a Renault, a French car, and I really love it. It's a Renault GT5 Turbo. It's incredible car. Actually, car coming from France. Well, I want to explain you a lot of things of this car, and I will explain you during these chapters that we will have and the full film that we will do. As you can see, the car, well, from 2 meters is looking really good, but when you go deeply in, you can see that the car has different colors on it, the interiors, the engine has some issues, but you know what we really like to have? Let me show you. We like to have from the customers a list of things to do in their cars, because sometimes when, well, I receive a lot of emails saying I have this car, 2 pictures of the car, and I want to do a full restoration. But well, full restoration it can be, well, there is only one way: disassemble the full car. But when the car cannot have the price, I mean doesn't have the price of this full restoration, what we need to have is a list of things that you want us to do, like the paint, new tires, change the ball joints, do whatever in the insides. For example, in this one we're gonna do kind of things in the carburetor, clutch. We will clean all the engine bay as it is the original paint, so we're not gonna remove the internal paint of the engine bay. But yeah, for example, here it has the windscreen scratch, so we have to remove it. All the plastics, as you can see, we will do the new painting. And yeah, I don't want to be speaking anymore, and let's go, follow me, and let's try the car on the road. So we are here inside the Renault 5. As I said, it's a GT Turbo, and yeah, it's quite cool dash, right? So what I really like from the past is, you know, the click of all the buttons, how they, well, it's just another feeling as the new ones that you are, you know, swiping up and down, right and left for all these screens. So yeah, well, as we arrive until here in the top of the mountain, we have the car already in proper conditions of temperature. All right. One of the things that the customer asked us to do, it was, yeah, so this button is not really working well. We need to set up the carburetor, as when it's heated, it's quite difficult to start, as you could see. And so yeah, let's see some feelings. Actually, I never drove a Renault 5 before. Actually, the first impression is really, well, cool, let's say, because it has this turbo that is not the same turbo as we are used to feel in the nowadays cars. So this Renault 5 turbo were well known because they were blowing, and when they were up to certain reps, bang, the turbo was shooting. So the feeling, I can tell you, it's one of the best I haven't seen in my life driven classic cars, because most of them they were atmospheric, and phew, I can tell you I really like it. So yeah, well, first feelings from the steering column, there is, you know, some gap that it can be from the end of the steering column that has like a dice that maybe it's a little bit, you know, old, so maybe we need to change. Then also from the gear, I can feel a little bit, you know, too much movement, so maybe we need to change the caps that it has inside, because it takes really long to change. And yeah, so let's check the turbo. So as you can see here in the dash, we have a turbo blower that shows how the turbo and when it blows. You will see now I will throttle down. 3, 2, 1, up. bam! And now it's giving us the shot. It's like a lounge mode that you just push the throttle and bang! You have it. Fuck's sake. It's really cool, that. And it's really fast when the turbo is blowing. So it's a light car. Yeah, we're gonna change all the brakes because you can feel a little bit of vibrating when we brake. Suspension is also a little bit loose. So you can see. Sorry for the guys watching in the screen, but yeah, you can feel it quite smooth, but need to be changed because it's from the past or never been changed. I can tell you the drive is really cool. So as I said, it's a light car. The brakes really, they are braking, not as a Ferrari or those, because they have a bigger ones, but for the car itself, actually it brakes pretty well. I'm sorry for that, but yeah, let's give the last push. I really love that feeling. This engine is in the front, so when the turbo blows and you are a little bit steering, you can feel the oversteer that the car goes out of the road because of the power of the turbo. But I mean, well, you know that when you are in a curve, you need to full throttle one at the end. And well, I'm not a really proper driver, but I love the mechanics and all the systems. But yeah, sometimes when I have the opportunity to drive a car before we do all the disassembly and then test the car after, so if the feeling now is a proper feeling of drive, I mean, as I said, the steering is a bit loose and the suspension and so on, but when we finish, that's going to be absolutely really classic car from the ages, but nailed. So yeah, let's start the disassembly. Hey, remember to give us a like and subscribe. Bye! Here we are, engine down. So what we're gonna do now? Suspensions, we're gonna do brakes, we're gonna do all the bushes. What else? The turbo, we're gonna check the turbo inside, we're gonna put it in the bench and see that everything is correct inside. The top gasket, the underneath gasket, a set of repair for the carburetor, the same to the right side, so same brakes, suspensions, water pump, even the chain inside. The car has 160,000 kilometers, which means that, well, for a timing belt, as it is a chain, maybe it's not needed as the sound is quite perfect. But as we have the engine down and we're gonna do all this overhaul, we're gonna go through all this process. Previously, we have already cleaned the radiator because we add some liquids, special degreasers from the insides and the internals of the engine. As the car was running, we tested and it was cleaning all the insides. We removed the tubes from top and bottom, and then we were cleaning all the internals of the engine. So from now that we have all the internals clean, because the water was totally clear at the end of this process, we're gonna proceed to start disassembling all this engine, all the parts, and let's start the process. If you have arrived here, please give us a like and subscribe. Bye.
Aquesta traça és bona, aquesta.
Sí, és tova. Ella diu que és clara, per coixinets i coses així. No. Sembla que tenen una mica de enganxa.
Passa-li una mica cura.
seria la meva, no sé si és aquesta. Posa'm guardo aquestes. Posa'm guardo aquestes.
Que quedin totes alineades.
Este es el tono.
Ah, sí.
¿Ves?
Esto no falta.
Este gris tenemos que buscar el gris perfecto para hacer esto. Y a ver si... Hello again. Here we are working with the Renault 5. As you can see, it's a GT Turbo. Really happy to work with this car. My father has a lot of good memories with these cars because here in Spain we were having lots of them and we have repaired a lot of them as well. Here, as you can see, we are working on the primer. We have repaired the front and rear bumpers because they were, well, let's say, cracked because of the time. This car is coming straight from Paris to us to get repaired, to get really well done, let's say. It was having some dents, so our customer, he wants to join in his retirement the car that he bought with 0 kilometers. So as you have seen, we did the engine, not the full, but we did some overhaul into the full set, and now we are working on the body. So you can see, as always we do, we have the gray underneath and now the dark one on top. So now we are working this dark one, giving all the shapes, giving that we will see if we miss a dent. Meanwhile, we are sanding. So on the left side, we have already done it. We're gonna continue on the right side. Yesterday, we were choosing the color of Renault of that time. So this is a special gray that we're gonna paint. We are continue working. I hope you are enjoying as you enjoy all the videos. As always, give us a like and follow us if you are not doing it. Thank you very much for being there. So we have the Renault 5, the GT Turbo, already painted. I'm sweating as hell, as here we are 37 degrees in August here in Spain. Well, you have seen that all the process that we did inside. So we have again the car red and shiny. So now it's ready to fit all the interior that we had to disassemble to paint the interiors and all the rest. So now the car is going to mechanics, and we're gonna proceed to paint all the bumpers and all the side plastics that they have a special treatment, as you saw that it has a special rugosity. So now we are doing all this process, and you will see how we paint it, and at the end how nice and matte it will finish. So let's go.
Sí.
enemy.
So we're trying to go out of the garage, plenty of cars, and it's time to test the R5. So we are on the road, checking that every single thing is working in the R5. It's been a while, the car has been stopped, I mean, because it's been finished for a long time now. But I'm sorry that we had to post this video before, but Tony was pushing me to go and test the car. Obviously, well, as you can see in the camera, the steering wheel is not straight. Now we need to do all the alignment, but I wanted to check that all the sensors, the pressure gauge, the turbo is blowing, that everything is, well, I can tell you that the feeling of the car, look at that, it's totally different. So the car is going straight, but anyway, we need to make the proper alignment, that we will do it as soon as we arrive to the garage. And obviously later I will test it again, because it's super fun. Right, left, right, it's totally different than the car that we have driven before. We're going up to the hill, left, right. Actually the car has a nice feeling. We have changed all the rubbers, silent blocks, super cool. Obviously I love how this turbo blows, it's amazing. I can tell you guys, it's amazing. And yeah, actually now we're going to the place that we love to take some of the pictures of the car. And yeah, I will just enjoy the drive. I'm sorry for that. Project done. Steering wheel, everything now is correct. It was a little bit out of codes. Well, you could see that it was totally on the left, and yeah, it's now when it's blowing, it's totally straight. Super happy. Now also when we brake, it's straight. You're in a little curve, but it's perfect. So project finished.